Hello everyone, this is Gabriel again. I'm going to read the fifth story of my Disney Pixar storybook collection, which of course is the last one. The final story of this collection is Toy Story 3. Andy loved his toys, and they loved him. Sheriff Woody, Buzz Lightyear, Jessie the Cowgirl, Rex, and Ham were the happiest when they were on one of Andy's adventures. For the toys, playing with Andy was the best feeling in the world. But as Andy grew, he played with his toys less and less. By the time he was getting ready for college, the toys were worried. Woody tried to reassure everyone. Andy would tuck them all in the attic for safekeeping, he explained. Andy's mom had another idea. She suggested that Andy donate his old toys to a daycare center. No one's going to want those, he told her. They're junk. Andy dumped Rex, Ham, Slinky, and Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head into a rubbish bag. He glanced at his two favorites, Buzz and Woody. He dropped Woody into a box marked college, and Buzz went into the rubbish bag. The toys thought they were heading for the bin, but Andy planned to put the bag in the attic. Then, Andy's mom made a mistake. She thought the bag was rubbish and left it at the curb. Frantic, Woody climbed out of the window to help his friend. He watched as the bin man hurled the bags into the back of the bin lorry and crushed the entire load with the rubbish compactor. Then, Woody noticed an upside-down recycling bin moving across Andy's driveway. His friends had escaped. Inside the garage, the toys were upset and confused. Andy had thrown them away. Jessie had an idea. They should go to the daycare center. Everyone climbed inside the box of old toys that Andy's mom was taking to daycare. Woody followed his friends into the box. He tried to explain about the rubbish bag mix-up, but the toys didn't believe him. Slam! Andy's mom had shut the car boot and started driving. Soon, the toys arrived at Sunnyside Daycare. Andy's toys were taken to the butterfly room, where they were welcomed by the daycare toys. There was a big pink bear who smelled like strawberries. "Welcome to Sunnyside," he cried. "I'm Lotso-huggin Bear, but please, call me Lotso." "Mr. Lotso," said Rex, "do toys here get played with every day?" "All day long," Lotso answered. "When the kids get old, new ones come in. No owners means no heartbreak." Lotso and a doll named Big Baby gave the toys a tour before taking them to their new home at Sunnyside, the Caterpillar Room. Woody begged his friends not to stay. They belonged to Andy's house. But the others disagreed. "We have a new life here, Woody," Jessie said. Woody could see his friends' minds were made up. Feeling sad and unsure, he said goodbye. He clambered onto the roof and used an old kite to fly over the walls. When he crash-landed, he was bruised, hatless, and hanging from a branch. The receptionist's daughter, Bonnie, ran over to the dangling cowboy and shoved him into her rucksack. Then she took him home. Inside the Caterpillar Room, a crowd of toddlers burst in. They tangled Slinky's coil, dipped Jessie's hair in paint, and covered Ham with glitter. One of the toddlers threw Buzz onto a windowsill. From there, he could see into the butterfly room where older kids were playing gently with Lotso and the other daycare toys. He couldn't understand why Andy's toys were being put in the Caterpillar Room. The toddlers' play was too rough. Finally, the children went home. "I'll talk to Lotso about moving us on to the other room," said Buzz. The toys discovered they were locked in, so Buzz escaped through an open window above the door. Mrs. Potato Head started to see strange images coming to her through the eyes she lost back at Andy's house. "Andy's looking in the attic," she said. "Why is he so upset?" She gasped. "He meant to put us in the attic." They had to get home. Buzz found some of the Sunnyside toys inside a vending machine. He overheard them saying how dangerous the Caterpillar Room was. Lotso arrived and seemed as friendly as ever. He granted Buzz's request to move to the Butterfly Room, but Buzz's friends had to stay behind. "I can't accept," said Buzz. "We're family." We stay together." Suddenly, Lotso changed. He called for the Buzz Lightyear instruction manual. Then, he ordered his gang to reset Buzz's switch to demo mode. When Lotso arrived in the Caterpillar room, Andy's toys begged to leave. "Here's the thing," the bear said. "You ain't leaving Sunnyside. Somebody had to put up with the little kid's rough play." Buzz appeared and accused his old friends of being minions of Zurg. Jesse and the others were shocked. What had happened to him? Andy's toys were herded into the room's wire basket. When Mr. Potato Head fought back, Big Baby put him in a sandbox in the playground. Lotso left Andy's toys under Buzz's guard. The daycare was a prison. Meanwhile, at Bonnie's house, Woody learned the truth about Sunnyside Daycare from Chuckles the Clown, a toy Bonnie had rescued. Chuckles explained that he, Lotso, and Big Baby belonged to a girl named Daisy. One day, the toys were left behind on a trip. Lotso led them home, but Daisy had a new pink bear. In anger, Lotso tore up the pendant that Daisy had given Big Baby. They went to Sunnyside, where Lotso became a tyrant. Woody desperately wanted to find a way home to Andy, but after hearing the story about Lotso and Sunnyside, he knew what he had to do. Woody couldn't leave his friends in Lotso's clutches. He hitched a ride back to Sunnyside in Bonnie's rucksack. The cowboy found his pals, and that night, Woody and Slinky stole the daycare keys. Mr. Potato Head distracted Big Baby, while the others captured Buzz. The toys tried to reset Buzz's switch, but now Buzz only spoke Spanish. Despite the holdups, everyone made it safely outside to the playground. The toys all climbed into the rubbish chute and slid down one by one. At the end of the chute, Slinky formed a bridge across the bin so his friends could escape to freedom. But suddenly, Lotso appeared. "Why don't you go back and join our family again?" he asked the toys. "You're a liar and a bully, and I'd rather rot in this bin than join any family of yours," Jesse replied. Lotso scowled. "I didn't throw you away," he replied. "Your kid did. There isn't one kid who ever loved a toy, really." "What about Daisy?" Woody asked. "She lost you, by accident. She loved you." He threw down the old pendant that Chuckles had given him. "She never loved me," Lotso exploded. "She left me." Big Baby's eyes filled with tears as he thought about Daisy. "You want your mommy back, but she never loved you," Lotso shouted. Big Baby had heard enough. He hurled Lotso into the rubbish bin. The daycare toys cheered. Things would be different at Sunnyside now. "Come on, hurry," said Woody, starting to cross the bin lid. He could hear a rubbish lorry rumbling towards them. The toys managed to climb up onto a wall of safety. Then, Woody saw an alien was trapped. The cowboy ran back, but Lotso pulled Woody inside the bin and the lid slammed shut. Andy's toys jumped onto the lid and tried to pull it open, but the rubbish lorry lifted the container and all the toys fell into the lorry. It rumbled forwards, then lurched to a stop. Rubbish tumbled down on them, and a TV landed on top of Buzz. Incredibly, the blue turned him back into his old self. Soon, the lorry arrived at the County Landfill and dumped its load. "The class!" cried the aliens as they toddled towards a crane. Woody went after them but was cut off. A huge bulldozer pushed the toys into an open pit where they fell into a conveyor belt. It led to a shredder. But another conveyor belt above them was magnetic. They grabbed onto metal rubbish and were lifted to safety. But Lotso was trapped. Woody and Buzz dropped back down to free him. The shredder was getting closer and closer. Woody grabbed Lotso's paw and quickly picked up a metal golf club. Woody, Lotso, and Buzz went zooming up to the ceiling. They were safe. But when they joined their friends on another conveyor belt, they soon realized they were now heading towards a burning incinerator. Lotso managed to find the emergency stop button, but instead of pushing it, he hesitated. Then a smirk spread across his face and he ran off. The friends tumbled towards the fire, determined to face it together. Suddenly, a large shadow passed over the toys. A crane lowered its jaws and scooped them up and away from the fire. Woody looked up to the crane's cab and saw the aliens inside. They steered the toys over the landfill and dropped them safely to the ground. The aliens had saved their friends. Now, the toys had to get Woody home before Andy left for college. Luckily, they spotted their neighborhood rubbish lorry and jumped on board. At home, Andy was loading the car. The gang had made it back just in time. Woody headed for a box-marked college while the others climbed into a box-marked attic. Before they separated, Woody and Buzz shook hands. "You know where to find us, cowboy," Buzz said finally. Inside the college box, Woody looked at a photo of Andy with his toys. The cowboy knew that, no matter where they went, they would have the memories of their time together. Suddenly, he had an idea. He jumped out of the box and wrote a note, which he placed on the attic box. When Andy grabbed the last boxes, he read the note. He opened the attic box and got a surprise. His toys hadn't been thrown away after all. A little while later, Andy pulled up at Bonnie's house. "Someone told me you're really good with toys," Andy said to the little girl. As Andy introduced his toys to Bonnie, he was startled to find Woody in the box. He wasn't supposed to be there. "My cowboy!" Bonnie cried. Andy let Woody stay with Bonnie. From the hug she gave the cowboy, he could see that she loved him. "Thanks, guys," Andy said before leaving. "So long, partner," said Woody. The toys watched as the car drove away. Their life with Andy was ending, but their adventures with Bonnie had only just begun. And that is the story of Toy Story 3. I hope you all liked listening to my stories. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more story videos in the future. See you around, Disney fans, and may your hearts be filled with happiness when watching Disney films.